Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Do I have to say yeah again?
Yeah.
We just let them talk.
Yes.
Yeah, we shaved it a little while ago. I shaved my head about 3 months ago, 4 months ago.
What are you, Wolverine? Look at him already.
I know, I just went.
I had a mohawk at the same time.
He's gonna start turning green in a minute. Alright,
I had a mohawk.
Wish I could fucking grow hair like that.
Oh, shoot, baby dog.
I
I
can't
just
go
cut off
sideways,
like 8
so,
inches.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Alright.
It's like,
Touche.
You want the hair? I want
Touche,
the hair.
dude. Touche.
You know, right? Alright,
What
check.
does grow in is gray hair and then scrapple hair. Not like peach fuzz.
Dude, you are Wolverine. Fucking shit.
Nice.
Swear to God.
Alright, Cheddar 16 magazine coming to you backstage in the green room behind Neighborhood Theater with Breaking Laces.
Oh,
You
yeah.
Introduce yourselves and what you do in the band.
My name is Rob Chinaki. Oh, I should say it's actually Rob Wojnacki. And I play bass guitar, keyboards, and I sing backup vocals.
My name is Seth Shutter, 16. Sarski.
Look who walks in.
Will I am, right?
Yeah. Introduce
There we go.
yourself. No.
Camera
I told
shot.
you not to say Will. I'm trying to tell you.
Alright. Anyway.
We've been
Okay.
together a long time, honey.
I-
I didn't mean to say honey. It's weird. You know what I mean.
We're good.
Now it's
If you were to explain.
It's good. You are to explain it.
Anybody's honey.
Alright, is this your first day of tour or am I misreading your website?
First,
Is this first day of this tour? Like going
this is
out?
the first and last day of the story.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a one-off show. Basically, last time we were in town, we talked to Cameron, and he kind of had an inkling that he was putting something together, and he said, when I do, I'm going to call you guys, and he kept his word.
I'm sorry. Look at him, he's on it again.
Ask him the same question. See what he says.
What?
Is this the first
And last day of tour?
No, it's the last.
Is this your first day of this tour or am I misreading your website?
Misreading. See? He's
He's
better.
very good.
He's just like, yeah, it's our first and last.
Nice.
Like, tell him about
That's an easy question.
Yes, yes.
That one's not hard at all. The first one was really hard.
Yes.
No, she'll have one.
Introduce yourself. Let's do that one. Who are you?
We sound like Eric. We
Yes, who are you?
I'm that guy.
That
Cameron was
guy.
gonna play you.
Nice. He was.
Alright.
Alright,
Don't think Rob and I can't do this.
give us a little background of your band.
Yeah, this is the camera.
Again, from what I've researched, 2003,
Goodbye.
you guys came together? Around, roughly?
Yes, around 2000.
Exactly, actually.
Okay, good.
Seth and I were in a
Make sure
band
it's good this
together,
time.
and he started doing shows with Billy when Billy moved to New York from Boston. I went to go
Almost
see a
did.
couple shows.
Uh-huh.
I was really psyched about it, and I told him that their bass player sucked. Got into the band that way. We practiced twice as a band and started touring, and that's where we've been.
So you've been over to Europe. I read 500 plus shows. What have you learned about yourself as a band itself and about yourself through your touring and your career?
That's a good question. Could you repeat that? 'Cause
What have you learned about yourself in your touring life? How has it changed you being out on the road those 500?
Big heavy question. A lot of years involved, you know.
Yes.
I've learned a lot over the years and the ebb and flow change, but I'm gonna let Rob, you know.
I'll tell you what the biggest
I
thing I've
know
learned.
mine, but
The more you, man, I had it. You kept talking.
I did. I said, here's some. I'll say what.
You'll say what you said.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll say what you'll say.
How are the toothpicks?
Yeah, no, really.
They look amazing. Are they
Do they
good?
taste good?
Mint?
They're amazing.
They're on. I quit smoking 12 days ago. So
Oh, nice.
this is my,
Congratulations.
Do you sleep with a toothpick?
I would choke to death if I tried.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I wake up with one lodge and another here
Right.
because I snore.
How about we put it this way? If you were to talk to
The
yourself
more
the day
you are
started touring.
yourself on stage, the more you are yourself, and not pretending to be something, or not pretending to be something you're not, or trying to do something and like get nervous or whatever. The more you just like you're hanging out with a bunch of friends trying to just be yourself and have fun, the better by an exponential factor, the better the show's going to be. And the more, this is what I tell people. Don't play your show like you're doing it from a book. Don't play your show anything like that. Just play it like you want to have the best show. Like you want to go to a great concert. Think of your band as a concert you're going to. And try to have fun watching your band on stage or being a part of the band. And like, that's happiness that you feel when those magic moments happen is going to explode into the crowd.
You're answering the question. The question was, how has life changed since you tour? That was the question.
How's your life changed today? And I explained how my life on
Basically
stage,
how before
the
you
way
used
I
to worry
play,
about, right.
my philosophy on being on stage has changed. Was that good enough for you?
No, she said person.
Are you guys sisters?
That's my answer.
Are you guys
for me.
sisters?
Yes.
Are you guys sisters? That's my question.
They're all like that. Anyway,
No, you got it.
Fist fight.
do we need to step out for a minute?
No.
Okay, so let's move on completely. Alright. Are one of you guys secretly a metalhead?
I'm sorry.
I said, are one of you guys secretly a metalhead? What is your jam that no one would expect you to listen to?
Classical music when I'm working.
I listen to
Do you want to talk about metal or?
metal. If you want to, I'm completely engrossed in the metal scene. We don't have to.
We do really well at Metal Night. And that's not a joke, that's from
Really?
experience. Like, and we've had a few where we were not expecting it, or a few early on, and then a few like a couple years ago, or a year ago. But early on, it was like really nerve-wracking because we're going like playing Borders, Books, and Music in the afternoon, really light acoustic, and then playing kind of like a fairly acoustic-y show. And then we show up to this one show, and we're looking at the list of bands, and there's Kevorkian's Veil, or Kevorkian's Machine, and Torn Veil after us, and we're like, so we crossed out the L in Breaking Laces and put it in F. And we went upstairs and we heard, and it was Christian death metal. And we were pretty sure we were gonna die that night, especially when we get on stage. This guy's pulling out his acoustic guitar, and everybody's kind of looking at us like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And it was interesting. Actually, it went over awesome. There was a guy said he's like, one guy told me he's like, "You were my favorite band of the night," and he had like a mohawk and like spikes and shit. And Billy, if cursing's bad, let me know. But
No, it's fine.
Billy was he talked to somebody who said like, I didn't expect you guys to be that good, but I really like you guys really want me up because you're real, you're just who you are. And going back to what I was saying before, be who you are.
Yeah, it definitely comes
Doesn't
across.
matter where you're playing, who you're playing with.
Absolutely.
So we are no longer afraid of Metal Night.
Good.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit?
Okay,
Good.
ask Helmet.
Ask what?
Ask Helmet what?
Helmet. Ask Helmet this.
Okay.
Would Helmet say they're metal? They would not.
No, they would not. We interviewed them.
I love that band.
I
Say,
I
know.
almost wore a helmet shirt tonight.
okay. Would Faith No More say they're metal?
Not so much, no. No.
Okay. So
I mean,
we're talking like
basically they
Seveda.
cross-pollinate. They would basically...
Seveda.
Older stuff, yeah. Their newer stuff is more pop fusion.
What about? Okay.
Talking about Lamb of God here.
Yeah, Lamb of God's a good.
Is he in jail?
He was in jail. He is actually out now.
He's out on bail, right?
He's out on bail. He's back home. They're starting to tour. He does have to go back in the next 8 weeks to face trial.
What if he doesn't go back?
He has to go back. If he doesn't go back, basically he signed something that they could extradite him. But he's a stand-up guy. He's one of our actual really good friends, and he basically even put out a statement of, "I'll go back as much as I need to, an apology to the family." He didn't even know that it happened, that type of thing. So yeah,
That's crazy.
it was a really screwed up thing.
And it's frightening.
Yeah, it is.
Scary from this side of the stage. It's kind of scary that something like that could happen. So, yeah.
Well, we did. We when we did Band's Warped Tour, we interviewed every band and said, what would you do if something like that happened? And everyone was just like, that would blow my mind. It would be probably the most horrible thing that could happen. When it comes to shows and stuff like that, have you had anyone injure themselves? Maybe not fans, but how about you guys? I'm sure you guys have had some fun story. No one's like running into one another headbutting each other.
What's unfortunate is our singer I know has the best story, which is a girl tackled him once and ripped his pants or something.
I'd say our the breaking the
You've broken bones on stage?
It's not worth telling.
Why bring it up then?
Not worth
Because
telling.
it is the best.
Well, she was talking about fans.
No, I said fans or you guys. Period. Just injury on stage.
We won't tell her the story.
I think he's waiting for you.
No.
No, what?
It's just a beautiful thing. This guy is good. He's good.
Good storyteller.
I think so.
You're the voice of the band.
He should be.
Probably should be.
Yeah, he is when the mic's on, though.
I feel like I'm in like best. I feel like I'm in like the movie like Best in Show right now or something. It's like something. It's like,
Exactly what we
Yeah.
It's not shy now.
either that or Spinal Tap.
It always has to be a little bit weird.
It's
It has
not
to be a
shy
little
now at all. I love it. So keep him going. We'll get some shit.
Oh God. All right. So are you
Broken
guys?
bones. That's all.
Yeah.
That's
Are you guys very political in any way, shape, or form?
Not outwardly. I think amongst ourselves we tend to be political beings.
Has anything happened with it? Have you guys visited anything to do with the DNC this week?
No.
Have you not been in that travesty?
No, we just
We arrived
we
at
arrived today.
a radio station.
You did 106.5 the end this morning, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we were.
The most political thing we've done, we played a wedding party, a reception, a wedding, what's the rehearsal dinner party, after the rehearsal dinner party. We played that for one of George Bush's nephews.
That's interesting.
And it was up in Kennebunkport, and like I'm at the little bar thing, and like right next to me is Karl Rove.
Carl fucking Rove.
I turn this way, I'm having a conversation
Carl
with George
fucking Rove.
Bush's sister, and the Bush twins are dancing in front of me while I'm playing the keyboard.
You guys, this is an exclusive because we don't talk about this
We
ever.
never really mention it. But
We don't talk about this ever. We just did it for the money, basically. And Billy was a friend of a friend. But yeah, Carl fucking Rove. And then, but the best is Laura Bush's mother. She was ripping it up. Just like, she was like the dirty old woman. You know? She's like, you're so sexy when you play
The
those
Tawny
drums.
Container.
And you're like, and the classic was Barbara was in the front row dancing the whole night, and Jenna was gone. But when it came to reality, Barbara was actually a little weird, and Jenna was totally
Yeah. Okay.
true.
Do you have a dream tour that you guys would like to do? Nothing's off the table.
I do. I think we have a dream tour. I mean, it would involve ourselves in my dream.
we each have our own tour, like a dream tour where we don't have to
talked
hang out
about
with each other.
we talked about doing a tour of the most dangerous places.
That's true. We did talk that
Yeah,
about. We
it's not
talked
like-
about that
It's
yesterday.
not about touring with. I would love to tour with like I don't know, a really great band, like Radiohead. But at the same time, we'd rather go to Japan, go to the nuclear leakage places, play a gig there,
Fukushima. Play a gig at Fukushima, the power plant.
then do a boat on the Bermuda Triangle.
That would be quite, I mean, from a PR perspective, that would be amazing.
Absolutely.
That would be out of this
Amazon
world.
River, like get a
Yeah.
generator and
But
on a like a wooden raft kind of thing.
wouldn't you be scared out of your mind?
Absolutely.
That's the fun part of it.
You know, hey, we played death metal night. We've been
We
in
can
that
do it,
area.
right? Okay. What inspires you the most?
Music, other people's music. Seeing people play live, sweat, and breathe. What's most like really
The real
sweat.
scene.
Yeah, like I like sitting, like I'm upset right now because I want to see this. You know, I don't. They're so nice. It's a person-to-person thing. The physical part and the musical part is amazing. But it's a person-to-person relationship you can make really quickly and then see them playing. And I don't feel much. I'm a competitive bastard. Like I'm a fucking competitive asshole. But when it comes to music, it just got not. So
I nobody's looking at what they're doing. Nobody's doing anything, but there's just this whirlwind of like holy crap going on.
It's kind of like this. You don't really realize what's going on around you. You're so
All of a sudden,
lost
you
in that
just
moment.
realize that everyone's doing this.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Yeah. Including us.
But that's the best when it's just us.
Yeah.
Okay,
I like it when you.
I have 2 more questions. I don't want to hold you up any longer. People have no idea how hard it is being a promotion hound, a band, just being out there on the road day in and day out and pushing yourselves and getting your face to everybody. Can you fill in the blank? If I've learned anything about being on the road in a national touring band, I know it's
95% driving.
okay.
Best answer of the
Right,
night.
first
Best
of
answer of the
all.
night.
I'm sorry, he is actually right, first of all. But,
I tell people we drive around with.
but second of all, it's to have a good attitude. To take each musical experience and know it's a gift to be able to play live. Whether it's a radio station,
Take it easy, man.
you know, a big stage, a small stage, interview, to take what you do as a gift and be positive about that. And these t-shirts.
Nice. And lastly, what do you have coming up for us?
For you guys specifically?
For us, for fans, for everybody. What's next for you guys?
Well,
Yeah.
October 30th. October 30th is a CD release.
You know, people say brand new album, you have a new album, you have a new album.
It's Come Get Some?
Come get some.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people say we have we've
That's
had
the
albums
single,
up
right?
there.
Better than me.
We've had albums for a while. Have you ever been psyched to put out an album? Is this one in a long time?
No.
What's different this time?
Well, you know what's different this time? Somebody asked us, I think some of those PR people asked us, like, can you describe this album as in relation to the other ones? And it's like, you know what? We had an album where there was one album that came out that Billy kind of did before we were part of the band. The next one was kind of the first album with the 3 of us together, learning each other, learning about each other and like how we work as a
6
band.
years.
Then it came to kind of like doing this little live thing, and then it came out to this little thing that somebody tried to tell us what we should be doing because they heard a couple songs of ours and wanted to build around that theme. Totally
Didn't match.
work out as it was good, but it didn't work out the way we wanted it to work out, or the way we thought it would work. This album, we just kind of said, fuck it, we want to do this. We know, people always tell us like, they'll see us live and they'll go, your CDs are great, but they're not quite what you guys are live. And so we knew, we've known for a long time what we needed to do going into the studio, that we need to kind of capture just a raw, and I told the producers this before when I said, there's only 2 words that you need to remember right now, raw balls. Raw and balls, and just go from there.
Rob told the producer,